is a beautiful world.
I'm Heather McElhatton, and this is A Beautiful World. That is a narwhal. Some people have never heard of them, and others think they're mythical creatures, but they're not. They're very real. They just live far away. They're a small species of whale. 90% of them live in remote Arctic waters near Baffin Bay. That's about 80,000 narwhals total. And this mysterious horned whale is tiny for a whale, 22 feet long, but with a 10-foot tusk. And that spiraled tusk makes them the unicorns of the sea.
Narwhals swimming in the ocean.
Narwhals are infinitely fascinating because they've never known what the tusk is for.
That's Ian Rowan. He's a writer and a filmmaker. He's making a documentary about the narwhals in Baffin Bay.
In 2012, a Harvard dental expert theorized that it's actually a temperature and salinity gauging tool.
That Harvard dental expert was Dr. Martin Nuia, one of the world's foremost authorities on narwhals.
When we started putting very high-resolution electron micrographs on the tusk surface and realizing that this tooth, it's without question the most extraordinary tooth in nature, in every possible way you could imagine.
Nuia discovered the narwhal tusk is actually a sensory organ, like an eyeball or an ear. It has the ability to detect a wide range of stimuli in its environment. Imagine if you had a 10-foot tooth sticking out of your lip that was like an antenna. It can detect fresh water, smell out a mate, take you home, take you hunting, and send and receive messages. Nuia believes that the narwhal tusk is involved in sonar. The narwhal tusk amazes Dr. Nuia, but its complex hearing is what captivates Dr. Christopher Clark, senior scientist at Cornell's Bioacoustic Lab.
Whales' hearing is phenomenal. They have an auditory cortex which is 10 times the size of ours, exquisitely capable of listening to the quietest oceans and communicating over huge distances. You have to realize that sound is the essence of their existence. Their social system is completely dependent upon sound, on hearing and making sounds, listening to the environment for clues, listening to the environment as to where their food is, where their homes are.
Clark says the ability to hear sound and to listen over long distances is a critical part of the narwhal's world. And studies say they have individual voices that help them recognize each other and act as homing devices.
They have maps, they have acoustic maps, just like we have a visual map and you have a mind's eye. These animals have a mind's ear with an acoustic memory that is beyond our comprehension.
Narwhals' hearing and communication skills is one reason they're endangered. That documentary that Ian Rowan was filming, he's doing it because narwhals are in trouble.
Narwhals are facing a huge threat to their existence.
That threat is large-scale seismic testing, which is scheduled to begin in Baffin Bay this June 2016. During seismic mapping, boats go out and cover wide areas of water, towing a large array of air guns behind them that blast compressed air down into the water. These blasts are more like explosions. They travel for miles down to the sea floor, mapping deposits of gas and oil. Once the blasting starts, cannons fire every 15 seconds, 24 hours a day for 5 years.
Seismic airgun arrays are so big, it's so loud, it boils the waters. I can record explosions hundreds and thousands of miles away. I've recorded those explosions off of Virginia that were coming from Ireland. That's how loud they are.
The local Inuit tribe tried to appeal the Canadian government's decision to sell Baffin Bay survey rights, but their initial attempt to legally block the seismic mapping has failed.
The migratory route of the mammals should change, or if they should be killed off or die of seismic cannon blasting. That would be the end of our Inuit life in our community.
Jerry Natanine is the mayor of Clyde River and an elder in the local Inuit community.
People that are supporting us have made this movement grow into what we thought was really tiny and insignificant and it'll never go anywhere, to this big movement of, like I said the other night, a movement of love, I call it. People care for us.
Nadanine hopes his community's attempt to save the narwhals will be successful. He says the fate of the species depends on it. I'm Heather McElhatton, and this is A Beautiful World.